everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment. Your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everything is going smoothly. I've got nothing really economic to report. So we're going to see how everything looks in the cards today. But still, things look like the way they were. I've noticed in our neck of the woods, gas prices have went down just a little bit, but they're still over $3 a gallon. All right. I am using today for the collective this Secrets of the Millionaire Minds card. Whoopsie. Sorry. Secrets of the Millionaire Minds cards. So, did that work? Sorry. Camera angles. Which I'm never good at. At any rate, let's see what secrets it imparts today. All right. I've been shuffling them for a while here as we set up. I kind of like this. It is develop the characteristics of success. And there it is. Okay, to get rich and stay rich, develop the following characteristics: a positive attitude, integrity, trustworthiness, courage, persistence, a hard-working mentality, high energy, and be an expert in at least one area. That's pretty sound advice overall, but of course, we see a lot of people, whether they're wealthy or not acting with that integrity, not being very trustworthy, and yet they're still there on top. Don't be discouraged. Do what's right, What good is it to get to the top if, you have no integrity, no ethics? You're bound to get yourself in trouble, in hot water. People aren't going to like you. You might not live as happy a life. So really, I do believe this is the ideal form of thinking here, but we don't always see it applied. All right, that's what I have for the collective today. And overall, I think that's pretty darn good advice. Now, let's look at some astrological stuff. There isn't much to report. This reading that we'll be doing for the elemental signs of the zodiac is from February 12th through February 18th. The moon will be traveling from Scorpio on Sunday the 12th to Capricorn Aquarius on February 18th. And guess what? February 18th, the sun moves into Pisces, the sign of Pisces, the neighboring sign to my birthday month. So, happy birthday to Pisces. Happy birthday. We'll be doing a monthly modality message. More on that later. And also, don't forget, how can we? Because it's everywhere. February 14th is Valentine's Day. And also, the day that you'll be seeing this reading, February 12th, is Super Bowl Sunday. And don't forget to check out our Super Bowl predictions before the game. All right, let's move on to our readings for the elemental signs. Start with our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This reading is for you for the week ahead. Some of my favorite aunties were Pisces. I do like Pisces season. Okay, air signs. Let's see what's blowing in the wind for you this week. All right, well, you start off, your focus is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is reversed. And so I didn't exactly hold that up to the camera. My apologies. But the Six of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that, there's a little bit of imbalance in your flow, your financial, your material flow this week. Maybe it's your workflows that are out of sync, or maybe, you're spending more than you're bringing in. There's some, imbalances that probably you definitely need to focus on, air signs. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is upright as well. And so I feel with the Eight of Swords, it indicates to me that how best to prepare for this focus is not to be afraid of your own shadow, not to be afraid to do what needs to be done, not be afraid to make a move or stuff. Don't stop doubting yourself, stop doubting yourself. And if you do have doubts, if you do have concerns, it's time to discuss them with somebody. If you're a student and you're having problems, that's what your advisors and your teachers are there for. Please consult with them. Consult with your advisors if there's some financial issues you need to look into here. And if you're having problem keeping up with your work or whatever, talk to management about it. See if there's another way that you can get your workflows, more in harmony. Well, will there be cooperation or conflict from others this week? Okay. We got the King of Pentacles reversed here. And the King of Pentacles reversed indicates that, well, you might need to ask for help, but it might be hard to come by. It looks like people in leadership roles or positions in particular may not be that helpful. They may be preoccupied with their own concerns. They may just be dropping the ball. They may just be slacking off, to be totally honest with you. And I feel here, that maybe in order to try to get things right again, you may have to rely on yourself, or your peers, as opposed to people, higher ups. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you? Well, you know what, air signs? I can look at this one of two ways. You got the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is upright. Well, there could definitely be some arguments or disagreements by week's end, some animosity, some bitterness. People are not on the same page, and it could cause problems for you. Or, on the other hand, maybe trying to get this all sorted out and straightened out, even with the disgruntlement of some management, you may be able to open up a dialogue or constructive conversation. Sometimes there has to be an exchange of ideas, and sometimes that can be kind of volatile, Everybody's got to kind of keep it down and keep things in check and keep it constructive. Maybe something useful can come out of, some disagreements. All right. So let's take a look at this again for the air signs. There's definitely some imbalances going on. You have to pull it together. You have to figure out what is wrong. You have to trust yourself. Trust yourself to make the decisions you need to make. I really think it's more important for you to do that. And maybe then, there may be some conflict with management or people in a higher position or authority. Perhaps even your investors don't like the kind of moves you are recommending that they make. So have a discussion. Have it out. Let everybody lay their cards out on the table and try to work it all out, so that everybody is happy and you can kumbaya and move on to better things, better times. All right, that's what I have for you, air signs, for the week ahead. Good luck with that. Let's move on to our fearless fire signs. Hey, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Let's throw some flames out there this week, huh? Well, fire signs, what is this? It's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is upright TFT's unofficial party card. Woohoo! What are you celebrating, fire signs? We'll see if it comes out in the cards, but seems like there's a reason to celebrate this week. Have some of you reached a milestone? Congratulations if some of you are about to retire, or maybe you're moving on to a better position or job. There is something that, you've achieved a certain level of mastery, a certain level of completion. It's almost as if you set something up for future success and growth. Now's the time to step back and enjoy for a little bit. Why not? We deserve it. All right, well, how best can you prepare for that focus? It's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is reversed. Well, fire signs, how best you can prepare for that focus is to just not overthink things, and not, I know this is more a intuitive card, whatever, is not let yourself get swayed one way or another by, lack of focus right now. Let me put it to you this way. Celebrate and don't worry about this. I really feel like maybe this is nothing to worry about here. I feel like your intuition, your gut may not be leading the charge this week. So what I would say to you is to take your mind off of things, and don't try to overanalyze, whether it's even with your intuition. Things might not be really clear right now. Just enjoy the moment. That's what it sounds like to me so far. Let's see if this holds out. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, you know what? It's the Eight of Pentacles reversed. There may be some things that are just not gelling, just not clicking this week, with others. It seems like it's hard to connect and it's hard to get work and production out. And maybe people are distracted. Maybe all of this celebrating involves a whole company or it involves a lot of people. Maybe this is just a week to be lighter, with the workload and stuff, because people aren't feeling it this week. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? It's the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is upright. So, and I just said not to overthink things. So this is almost as if suddenly I'm seeing here that maybe by week's end, you'll realize that instead of this being a time of major production, since you are celebrating a success of some sort, maybe by week's end, it's time to decide what's your next strategy going to be. What's your strategy moving forward? And so I really feel in this case, this card looks awfully stealthy, and if you just take off and run and do something on your own without involving everybody else, that could come back to haunt you. So my suggestion would be is make this a team effort, make this a group effort, make sure you let everybody know what you're planning. Let's look at this again and maybe we can make a little more sense of this now that I see the bigger picture. So, fire signs, there's a reason to celebrate this week, and maybe that's the way you start the week off, in a very celebratory mood. Maybe there's some office parties, maybe there's some things going on that is pulling you away from work. And also right now, maybe you're giddy from this victory, whatever the case may be, you're just not very focused, So I think the best way to make sure that things don't get out of hand here is to really try to clear your head a little bit before you make any major moves, actions, or decisions. Because also people around you right now, they're not working at their peak performance either. Whether it's your advisors, people, I'm not going to say they're dropping the ball, but I'm just going to say this seems as though it's a very non-productive week where, your dealings with others are concerned. And ultimately, by week's end, you've got to develop a goal or strategy for what's going to happen next. And my advice to you is do not just steal away into the night here, decide on courses of action that are going to affect others, and not pull them in on this too. that could come back to haunt you, and you may have to answer for it later. But other than that, all in all, it looks like a pretty good week, kind of a low-key week for you fire signs. All right, let's move on to water. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Let the cash rain down, I say. I'm going to give it one more shuffle. And my goodness, I am feeling dry. Ah. Okay. Oh, your focus for the week ahead, water signs. Where does it hurt? You know, it looks as though you're in a stage of recovery in some way. You're in a stage of healing, maybe recouping some losses. It looks as though things are, right now moving on the right track. You just got to make sure you get your head out of your sorrows and into future growth. Think about now. Let it go. It's time to let go past failures, and it's time to move forward and think about positive, making positive growth happen. And how best can you prepare for that focus? Oh my. It's the death card. All right. So, time for a major overhaul here. Whether it is, whether it is a major overhaul in your thought processes, your goals, your dreams, what it is you're trying to pursue, or whether it is major changes in the organization is necessary, or with the people that you are working with, maybe a shakeup with people that you are working with is in order. Whatever it is, some major changes need to be made. This is a time, this is a week to consider, the benefits of change and transformation to encourage growth now that you're coming out of this period of, where you had suffered some loss. Do people around you have what it takes? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Hey, it's the Magician, Kind of feel here you can rely on others this week. You can rely on others this week because they have just what you're looking for, just what you need, to ensure future growth. And they have ideas. They're ready to manifest for you, Matter of fact, whatever it is you desire, they may be able to manifest for you. It sounds to me like they're able to put on their magician's hat, wave that magic wand for whatever it is you want accomplished. So why the sad ending, water signs? Will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? We got the Five of Pentacles here. Challenge me, will you, water signs? Challenge me. Everything was looking so good. So I feel by week's end here, there could be some losses. Maybe things are still in process, It all depends how much people are willing to buy into change. But I feel like there's a lack mentality going on here, that perhaps the healing is not complete by week's end. So we're going to wrap this up and look at this whole thing. I think more needs to be done before you can move forward. And you may still have a setback or two, some fallout from whatever happened here. So basically, water signs at the beginning, it looks like you're trying to heal from some losses that you've recently had, some setbacks to your goals, dreams, ambitions, whether you didn't get the job or promotion you wanted, you didn't get the grades you wanted, you're not reaping the money, the rewards that you want. Change is needed, really right down to the core. Operations need to be changed. Your outlook may need to be changed. Let others help you. Let them help you manifest. And also make sure, you're not the one who is resistant to change here. I almost get the feeling they're willing to work with you, but something is resisting change here, because ultimately by week's end, I think that's what you're facing. You're facing people here who are concerned, have a lack mindset. They're not thinking of a more productive future. Maybe they're still dwelling on these past losses and they're afraid. You might be that person. So whatever the case may be, this has to change in order for you to move forward. Good luck with that water signs. My. Hey, earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what we can bring in for you. Some green for you. We're seeing grass out here again. The snow has largely melted away. Woohoo! It was fun while it lasted. One more shuffle for my earth signs. And let's see where we go from here. All right. Okay, earth signs, your focus for the week ahead. Oh, very earthy of you. It's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is upright. Congrats. It's coming or going of matters connected with money and financial resources, I feel, this week. I also feel, there could be assistance for work you want to accomplish and get done. Also, this shows that, you've got your eye on the prize, you're going for something. But, and I do think there might be a payoff this week. If it's a new job, if it's a promotion in particular, I think that this favors this. I also think this favors it for students as well. So looking good for you so far. How best can you prepare for this focus? Well, it's the Chariot. The Chariot's upright as well. How about by getting a move on? It's the best way to do it, Obviously, money is moving in one way or another. You and resources and, your goals, desires are moving forward. So you better move along. You better get a move on and take advantage of that. That there seems to be this positive forward momentum right now. And the Chariot is saying, hey, ride that wave, do it. And make sure that you are focused, you are determined to achieve financial growth and success. Well, we got a repeat card. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? We got the High Priestess reversed here in this position. Well, I don't know if it's a matter of them being uncooperative, but I feel here that maybe they're confused. Maybe they're confused about what they need to do, to move things along. So maybe, the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles here. Now, admittedly, the Knight of Pentacles moves slowly and deliberately. To me, the Chariot's like running a race. These are kind of like polar opposites in that regard here. So I'm kind of wondering if people are confused, how fast they should move, what's expected of them. Do they need to slow it down a bit? Like this Knight of Pentacles often, recommends. So, because slow and steady wins the race sometimes and not speedy Chariot. So let's look at the final outcome here and see if there will be forward or backward movement or no movement at all. You have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is here and King is upright. You have all upright cards. Well, except for that. All these upright cards are very powerful, though, well aspected. So I think ultimately by week's end, you're going to be pretty satisfied with where you're at. You're going to be happy. You're also going to be in a position where you can help mentor people who might be confused. And maybe that's what's going to save the whole day ultimately, because everything really looks pretty darn good. So let's recap this now and go over it and make sense of it. The Knight of Pentacles, coming or going of a matter connected with money, resources, possibly career, investments, your grades. It just looks as though there's forward momentum here, and that slow and steadily, things are starting to improve. And so, you might want to factor in that slow and steady stuff, because really the best way to prepare for that focus is to get a move on. But you know what? You don't have to go fast like the Chariot here. You should try to combine both of these energies. It's like maybe there's certain things, if you stop and you think about it, that you need to move faster on than others. So use discernment here and then determinedly go after it, But slow and steady does win the race. Others here may be confused by all this activity and wondering, what do we do? How much do you expect of us and when? What are the deadlines? Do we have to have this yesterday? You might want to calm them down a little bit and use your leadership, your guidance, your gentleness approach to tell them everything is going to be okay. Show them what the expectations are and how to get there. And I think by week's end, you'll feel like you are in a much better place. Looking good. I have to say, Earth signs, you win the week this week. Congratulations. All right. Not bad at all. So really, look, a few bumps here and there, but not terrible stuff. Hope everybody has a great week ahead. I just want to remind everybody at this point, don't forget about Mr. O's shows. His Goth Tarot is on 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really increasing in popularity all the time. It gives you a window into the shadow elements of yourself that you need to harmonize, with the rest of you. And also on Fridays, his Emotional Exchanges, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we can find out about what makes our little hearts go pitter-patter. And also just about relationships in general, of the emotional kind. And finally, happy hour Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us for a great time. Join us for an uplifting reading, message from Spirit, as I shake the whole table here. Come and join us. We love to read for you at happy hours. And of course, next week, we'll be doing our monthly modality message on the 18th. And that's where we will be doing the modalities of the Zodiac for the Pisces season. That reading will be good for the entire Pisces season. So, take care, everybody. I hope you have a very abundant, prosperous week ahead, productive week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.